Seems it never rains in Southern California.
Monday, got a couple cars. 07 E60 M5 Alpine White with a Sepang or whatever lighter beige interior. Factory manual car here for a thermostat and everything that goes along with the thermostat. That's plenum removal. It's a hell of a lot of work. It starts tomorrow. Sean's 1 M5 awaiting an MPI. We took this in over the weekend. 2000, I don't even know. 2000. It's an early 2000 carbon black M5 with square style 65s. Rear wheels up front, pretty cool. And a factory chrome line car, which a lot of people apparently give the owner shit for. So this guy is very active in the E39 M5 owners group on Facebook, and he and I have chatted back and forth a couple of years, and wanted to drop it off for an MPI. We're gonna see definitely a windshield cowl recommendation on there, but it's a really beautifully clean car. Under a little bit of dirt right now. He had this car paint corrected a couple years ago. It's the one featured on E39 Source. Looked amazing. We're going to be replacing the front bumper and obviously having that painted. Something happened in this front corner and that piece is epoxied in there, so that'll be nice and fresh. And then we're going to refinish the rear. I don't remember what damage was visible back here. Oh, just paint fade along the top edge. Apparently this just happened in a car wash, so that'll be a red item on the MPI, but we've got to do the silver one first and then this one. This has been here before, Anthracite on Carmel 2000. I believe this is an earlier model as well. No Alcantara in here, but what I believe is the M3CR interior. Carmel seats, final dash, two-tone doors, caramel carpets, black mats, Briarwood Club trim, still the original 4x3, paired with the Mark IV. And $11.99. So these are actually both $11.99 cars. Anyways, he's here to have some vapor barriers resealed. Embarrassingly, we had done this a year ago, and he's having leaking issues in the rear. So I think that was our bad batch of tape that we had. We got one that just didn't seem to stick very well. So I prepped it tonight. It's almost 10 o'clock, and I need to get out of here. I'm not going to make you hear me bitch for the next 20 minutes, but same problems. Door panels are off, new vapor barriers are off, picked off all the old tape, took some isopropyl alcohol to the finish, to the inside of the door, so that is ready for fresh tape. Tomorrow, same thing on the rear right side. There's one piece of the door panel that I didn't like the glue on that, so we're fixing that. All the clips are good. Same deal back here. And then the front right door is the last one. We didn't touch the driver's door, and that's the dry one. And here there's only one small area that's not sealed well, and I just cannot make it stick. I've replaced the tape. I've taken isopropyl alcohol to the door as well as the barrier, and it just doesn't stick. I roll it on there as hard as I can with our rolling pin tool, and it doesn't stick. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to need to look at that with a fresh head tomorrow and see if I can figure out what the issue is. Rear right corner's been a little unhappy recently. That's very unfortunate. Hopefully the wheel guys can fix that. It's going to need a new tire back here as well. We've got flaps sticking off the sidewall, and then we've got kind of a nasty ding that took some paint. The good news is I do believe I can reach right in here, and touch the back of that. So at least they'll have clean access to it through here. Mike worked on Steve's 2003 M5 all day today. And the front suspension's completely reassembled, lowered the car, torqued everything at ride height. Most of the mechanical work is about done. We need an alignment, both front seats need to come out and have the seat twist repair done and side trims installed. Parcel shelf came out today, it's going down to the sublet. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be really nasty, like 3 inches of rain, really heavy rain, high wind, high surf. But we'll get a look at the old shelf here, outside California car. Took off the little thing today, so there's the original color that's never seen sunlight. There's what it is faded to. It is just bleached. The material is actually still adhering relatively well. I could take it and peel it up if I want. Does that kind of make you sick? It kind of makes me sick, but this whole thing's about to be completely recovered, so it doesn't matter. All 3 of these things just crumbled apart once they were touched. Those are now $35 a piece for those little pieces. Speaker covers are $38 for a set. Both of them were destroyed. The rear vents are made of a thicker plastic, so they are salvageable. If you're very careful removing the headrest trims and the seatbelt trims, you can get those out pretty well. And I think they hold up better because they're not really in direct sunlight. As you can see, this material hasn't taken nearly as much abuse as the rest has. And then we're going to be doing the C-pillars as well, seeing that this edge is really faded and we want everything to match and look nice. Earlier today, Ken came by, 2003 540 M-Tech. He had issues with trunk lights not working, and the glove box light didn't work, and then it's an automatic, so it's got the little lights by PRNG, and that light didn't work unless you turned the cabin lights on. So we suspected a bad light control module, and he supplied one. We installed and coded that today. No difference. So I tried some different general modules. His car's real late. It's like in April or May of 2003. And it uses an LCM that doesn't have a heat sink on it. All the other ones out of 2000s ones and even 2s have heat sinks on them. So I plug one in with a heat sink. Within 10 seconds, the heat sink is so hot, you can't touch it. See this red part on my finger right there today? That still hurts. I grabbed that thing and it just burnt my finger. So that's going to be unpleasant for the next few days. But I took a picture of the part number. He's going to try to source one of those, and then we'll put that in and code it, see if that makes a difference. Did a little research after he left, consulted with Ted, the Blue Bus guy, and it's the U4 through U7 connectors that use the heatsink, and that controls the interior lights. So he may have a short somewhere in his interior light circuit, which would be fairly easy to see, are fairly easy to diagnose. He has replaced most of the interior lights with LEDs, so there could be an issue there. Screw fell in there and is just contacting and shorting things out. So when he comes back for that general module installation, we'll take a deeper look at that and see if we can't figure it out. This GS653BZ returned today from the sublet. That tab was broken off during shipping, so we've got a nice fresh aluminum tab welded on, and providing that the pin goes through here in the shifter carrier and then fits into that notch right there that they cut out, that'll be a good repair for us. Anyways, time to go rest my back, eat some leftover steak from last night, maybe have a Monday night cocktail to put myself to sleep, and call this one over. Talk to you guys on Tuesday.